Hey, welcome back to the Crabby Dice. Today we're going to be doing the full playthrough for Aquasphere, and I'll have my review right before then. So what's the theme to this game? We're going to be scientists doing research on crystals around the station here and killing octopods that are getting in our way. Alright. So if you want to see just the rules instead of video, click on the link below, it'll take you there. And just before we start, please like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. Let's get started. Alright, super duper quick review time here for Aquasphere. So this is a pretty interesting game, but the more you play it, the more I don't think you'll like it. Alright, it's sort of that diminishing returns type of game. The mechanisms I actually really like. So it's always like a two-step process to do any action on the board. So you gotta move your engineer, program your robots, then do your robot stuff and whatever. The main problem is nothing sort of is connected together. Nothing really makes any sense. It's just mechanisms for mechanism's sake. Normally I don't mind that, like if it sort of makes sense, but in this one, so many things don't even make any sense. Putting out your submarines, getting time, all right, whatever. Like a lot of the stuff, getting a white worker to program a different worker is like some of the things just don't make any sense, and it's not thematic at all. It could have been worked so much better. I actually like the mechanism with the using of the crystals. It sort of gives you something to shoot for when you're getting points, or else you're gonna get dinged the worker and all that stuff. So mechanisms on their own I really enjoy. Just mashed together in this game, something's off. All right, some of the things don't even make sense. You're just doing it because it's a mechanism in the game. Okay. All right, that being said, this is also during a period of time where I started to not like Feld games anymore. I had at one point in my collection back in 2014-15 every single Stefan Feld game, and I've pretty much reduced it down to 3 or 4 games. This one's hanging on by a thread right now. And I think between like 2013 to now, I haven't really enjoyed any of his games. I used to think he was a genius, and I absolutely loved everything before 2013. And then 2013 hit, and every single game that came out past that year has been a mediocre at best. All right, so we've had like Amerigo, La Isla, this, Burgundy card game, Forum Trajanum, Oracle of Delphi, Merlin, which is arguably the worst game I've played in a long time. A lot of mediocre games, and he hasn't hit one out of the park. I haven't played Carpe Diem. Maybe that's the one that does. Maybe one of the future games coming out here shortly is going to be great. I know they're just re-releasing Macau and Bruges, which are fantastic games, but again, those are just re-releases again. So he hasn't really produced anything outstanding in almost 7 years. All right, so I can't really call him an exceptional designer anymore, unfortunately. Hopefully something comes out now soon that'll reinvigorate my love for Stefan Feld. But overall, this one, it's a mediocre game. I'd give it a 3 on 6. Maybe back in the day I gave it a bit higher. But this is a 3 on 6. It's kind of has no theme whatsoever. It has a cool theme, but nothing you do ties into that theme, so it's kind of themeless, like every single Stefan Feld game almost. So that's my review of the game. You might like it if you're into mechanisms, so you know, look into the mechanisms. They're actually pretty cool. The components are pretty cool. Let's talk about some of that stuff. I know this was kickstarted a long time ago, 8 years ago or something. The components are pretty good. I like the meeples and everything. Everything else is just cardboard chits and wood pieces. There's almost no art in the game. I really love the station board. The colors they picked, really good. Everything stands out, super easy to understand, easy to move around the board. Even thematic things like moving through tunnels cost time, but some tunnels cost 2 and some 0. How does that make any sense thematically or mechanically? Like, it's just something to add into the game as a mechanism just because. All right, so unfortunately that's my review. I don't know if I'm holding on to it. Let's just go to the playthrough and you'll see how it plays. Let's go. Alright, welcome to the Aquasphere playthrough. So this is going to be a 3-player game. I'll be red, of course, like usual. I'll be playing against blue and yellow, so blue will be second, yellow will be third. And like all my playthroughs, if you've never played before, follow along. I'll explain pretty much everything that I do in the first round, and then I'll try to speed it up in rounds 2 to 4. Alright, so I'm starting player, just to give you an idea of my starting board, what you have to do in this game is you're using this board to program your robots. So you have your robot supply here, which are unprogrammed, and these are programmed robots. And essentially you're using your program workers with your scientist on the main board here, which is called the station, to perform actions. All right, so you're doing a bunch of different things. You're trying to kill octopods, collect cards, collect enhancements to your lab, so on and so on. But you know what? I'll just show you what I'm doing. So I'm first player. I got the first action. So I got a couple of choices. I can either gain another programmed robot by moving my engineer, or I can use a robot. So we all start the game with one programmed robot, which basically matches the color of your starting white space where your guy started. And basically I started here because my initial placement here was A. All right, just if you needed to know. Okay, so because I already have a red programmed robot, there's no point in me moving up on maybe the red track here. So maybe I'll use my red first, and then I'll be open to take either track on my following turn to decide what I want to do, right? So this is to put out submarines, and this is to get another red card, which are called research cards. All right, so I'm going to use my red robot first, show you how that's done. Performing an action is pretty easy. What you're going to do is first you're going to move your scientist to where you need to perform the action. So I'm going to perform the action in the same sector. So the station here is divided into 6 different sectors. So I'm going to move into the red space of the sector because that's what the action I want to do. Second step you're going to do is you're going to actually take the robot that you want to use, programming robot. You're going to put him in the control space. All right, he's helping the scientist do his work, and then you're going to perform the action. So the action for the red here is just taking this card. All right, and this card's pretty useful. Basically what it says is every time I do a programming of the green spot here, okay, I'm going to get 2 times. So I might want to go visit that green spot every single time on the engineering board. So I know I'm not going to be doing the red, black one for sure, because after I program a red or blue robot, I'm probably going to shift here into the green section. All right, so I'm going to put this in my play area. Just as a reminder here, the lab that you have pretty much tells you what your capacity is for almost everything in the game. So I have 2 red icons here, which means I can only hold 2 red cards until I expand my lab. I can only hold 4 time, which I already have, 2 crystals, and I can kill 2 octopods at once. All right, so there you go. So that was my first turn. Pretty simple. Now we're going to go on to blue. So blue is, I don't know where blue is. Blue is over here. So I'm going to lay everyone down so you can actually see them from above with the camera. And what does blue want to do? So blue started with a yellow robot, but a yellow robot at the start of the game is kind of useless to use right away because you're already at your max capacity of time, which is 4. You already start with that. All right, so I think what he's going to do is he's going to program another robot, and the one that he wants to do, because I mean this red is gone, so he doesn't really want to go that way. So unless he really wants this one, which means during the intermediate scoring, which is in between rounds, you get to use a time to program a red robot, which is actually pretty good. Thinking about that, and you know what, yeah, he'll take this card. So what he's gonna do first is he has to program the robot. All right, so it's sort of a 2-step process to doing an action. Okay, so what he's gonna do, he's gonna move his engineer up, and that lets him program a robot, which means I'm gonna show you on my board, but you're gonna take a robot from here and you're gonna program it by putting it up here. But I'll do it on blue's board. Boom, done. All right, next, yellow. So what does yellow have? Yellow's gonna start over here. Yellow has a green robot program, so you can pick up these lab extensions, and here's a crystal one, here's a crystal one, and there's a octopod one. So does he want this right away? I think he's gonna wait as well. Does he want these cards? The problem with this card is these lightning bolts means you get the reward right away. All right, and this means you get 2 times plus you program a green robot, but he already has a green robot, so kind of a useless card for him. So I don't think the red ones are too interesting for him. I think he's going to try the strategy of getting a lot of his submarines out on the board. So he's going to start off the game by moving to the blue section here, and he's going to program a blue robot. I'm calling them blue robots and everything just because the color codedness of the board here. So, but they're sort of, anyway, you'll see. Right, like I call it a red robot because it does the red action, but you know, if you look at my board, they're all red robots, but I like to call them by the robot color of what action type they're actually doing. All right, so that was the yellow action. So now it's back to me. So now I have no choice but to program a robot because I have no robots up here. Okay. Alternatively, you always have a choice. If you look at your board here, if you don't want to use your engineer to program a robot, you can always pay 3 time to program any robot you want. Okay, that's what that 1x 3 time thing means. Okay, but I'm pretty much gonna move up here. So I got a couple of choices. Do I want to go for red or do I want to go for blue? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go for that green one there, which means I'm gonna program a green one next, probably move there and get that tile. Although I do need to waste some time, because if I go here and I get 2 time, my issue is I'm going to be over capacity. All right, so I'm going to need to waste 2 time before getting to this. All right, let's just keep that in mind. So what I might do is do the submarine action, so I can spend 2 time to build a submarine in there, and then I perform the green action, so I'll have the ability to gain the 2 time. Something like that, right? You always have to keep that in mind. Or I'll come here and I'll build it for 2 time and I'll build it here. Something like that. So that's what I'll do. I think I'm going to go on the submarine space here and I'm going to program a submarine, so a blue robot. So I'm going to take one here. I'm going to put on the blue space. Boom, just like that. All right, now we're back to blue. So blue now has a yellow and a red robot planned. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to use their red robot. So they're going to come here. They're going to use their red robot. They're going to put it here. Well, first is move into the red space, then use your robot in the control space. I'm going to show you what happens if there's a robot already there later on in the game. Right now, it's pretty much all open. And then he's just going to get the card, perform the action, get the card. So this is during, I already explained it, but during the intermediate scoring, he's going to be able to do something. I'll show you that later. All right, so now we're down to yellow. So yellow's got a green and a submarine robot. So he's got, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, very, very, very important in this game, you can never have more than 2 robots programmed at any point in the game. All right, so yellow already has 2 programmed robots, so he has to use one. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna build a submarine. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna play it smart. This tunnel costs 0. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna move his scientist to this blue section here, and he's gonna build his submarine here. And this is gonna cost him 2 time. All right, so before we do that, he obviously has to use his robot here to activate the power. Then he has to play his time, right? Costs 2 time to build a submarine there. And then he gets to put a submarine. So submarines, you'll see later in the game, they're useful at generating time during the intermediate rounds, as well as they allow you to score your points for your robots. So for example, if when you start uncovering robots, you'll see point markers underneath there. But if you remove all your robots, but you've only uncovered up to this submarine, you'll only score up to this value. So you need to remove submarines to score your robots. So it's always important to remove your submarines. There you go. So that was yellow's turn. So back to me. All right, so what do I want to do? So I know I wanted, before I go to the green, I needed to waste some time. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe move this way. So I can either put my submarine here or over there. See, this will cost me 3 time to come here. And then it'll cost me 2 more time to go back up there later. I could also build my submarine there and then come back to this spot later on. Because I do need to spend some time, so I don't mind going an extra spot. So I think I will just go there and build my submarine, because I want to have my control markers as much as possible around, because you'll see later during intermediate scoring, you need to sort of have your guys all over the place. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, and go in the blue section here. So that's going to cost me 2 time to travel there. So that's 2 time. Get rid of these. All right. Next, I'm going to perform the action. So I'm going to use my blue robot, put it in the control panel here. Next, I'm going to actually build my submarine, so that's going to cost me 1 time. And I get to put on my submarine. So I'm going to take one of those, put it on the lowest space possible, and toss out the time that it costs. So now already I'm at 1 time left, so that's why I'm going to go get that green ability after, so I can go back up to 3. Alright, blue's turn. So blue has a yellow guy available. I did forget something during setup. My bad. these spots here should have 4 time. Oops, sorry about that, interrupted by the wife, and also I just realized I made a dumb mistake. I moved my robot instead of my scientist. Sorry about that. I'll try to pay more attention in the future. Let me lie these guys down so you guys can actually see the robot. Maybe that's why I'm getting confused. Alright, so now it's Blue's turn. So Blue has a time robot set up. They used up their action. Let me just see. I think what they're gonna do is go get a green robot. Alright, now it's gonna be Yellow's turn. So yellow. Yellow has a green robot, so Yellow is here. They wouldn't mind getting this one. This is actually a pretty good one. Allows you to get an extra card and kill an extra octopod, which would be nice. Or they can start getting their letters, which allows them to sort of get more robots out on the board. And it's always good because you'll get capacity as well to crystals. So crystals are pretty good too. So let me see. I think they're gonna program something instead, but they already have a green robot program. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna move up here and they're gonna program a black one. And I'll show you how that works in a couple of seconds to get some crystals. All right. Next is gonna be me. All right. So I have nothing programmed, so I have to move something, and you already know what I'm gonna do. Let's focus on this board. I'm gonna move up here, and I'm gonna program a green robot. All right. So I'm gonna take a robot here. I'm going to program green one, but remember my card up here is whenever I program a green robot I get 2 time, which is great. So I'm going to take 2 time and put in my splash. Now I got 3 time. Wonderful. Okay, so it's going to be whose turn? It's going to be Blue's turn. So Blue has 2 robots to 2 robots ready, 1 yellow, 1 green. They're going to look for what they want green, and I think they're going to grab this before anyone else does. So what they're going to do is they're just going to come here, all right, and they're going to grab this one. Unfortunately, they're in the same area of where their robot already is, but I'll show you how that works. All right? It's not ideal. You never really want to do that. I mean, unless, because this is crystal. Plus, it'll cost 2 time to come this way, or 1 time. Now, you know what? They're going to grab this one because it's pretty good. So they're going to just move their scientist here. They're going to use their green robot. They're going to go in the center. So what happens is you kick out any of the old robots that were there, and they're going to go into the loading area over here. These are just placeholders for future robots, and you'll see later when it gets full we're going to start returning some to other players, so on and so on and so on. All right, so it doesn't really matter. And now you perform the action, so he's just going to grab this tile. So this is great. More red cards, and he can kill a bunch of octopods. So maybe because he can kill 3 now at one go, he might go on a sort of killing octopod sort of thing. All right, because you get a ton of points. Killing 3 at a time, you'll get 6 points every single time. So keep that in mind. So we'll add that to his lab. Next, we're gonna go to yellow. So yellow has green and a black. So if yellow wants to use his black, ideally he's going to be over here so you can get both crystals. But you don't want to end your turn here because these 3 octopods are going to give you -6 points, which would be terrible. He could also start walking this way and pick up either one of these 1 crystals if he wants. But ideally he wants to use up his green power now. Yeah, so I think what he's going to do is he's gonna go get this one so that he can add his robot here, and you'll see why. If nobody comes here, he'll keep control of these 2 areas. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna come here, go into the green section here. He's gonna use up his green robot. He's gonna go in the middle. All right, then he's gonna activate the power, and he's gonna grab this to his lab. Okay, so now he can pick up 3. He can hold 3 crystals. He doesn't have to pick up 3. If he already was holding 2, then he still only picks up 1. So he's going to hold a capacity of more crystals. So maybe he'll go down the path of having more crystals. All right. But because this one has a letter, these are normally used only for endgame scoring. But there's a special rule. When you take up one of these tiles and it has a letter, you get to control that area right away. All right. So we're going to take one of his unprogrammed robots. We're going to look for sector C, which is right over here. And we're going to take control of it. So yellow is actually going to place their guy here. and knock back blue back into the loading area. So he's going to put this on his, actually you'll be able to see it on the side right over here. So let me put it on the side with the crystal so you actually see that you can pick up 3. There you go, right there. All right, now it's back to my turn. So what do I have? I have a green. I have a green. So ideally I did want to get this one here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Unfortunately, my one issue is that if I end my turn there, I'm gonna get screwed over again, because as you can see, those octopods are gonna destroy me. So what I have to do, yeah, I got no choice. I'm gonna go get that, and then maybe my last turn is I'll move here and do something else. Or maybe I'll go get this octopod power and kill some octopods. So we'll see. So what I'm gonna do first is go get that green spot. So I'm gonna move my scientist. Can't forget, it's my scientist. Go to this sector, so it's gonna cost me 1 time. Pick 1 time. All right, then I'm gonna take my green robot, put it in the center space, activate the ability, so I'll take the power. So now I get to hold more time, and I'll hold another card. So now I get to hold 6 time in total, which is fantastic, if I can ever get that high. It's kind of hard. And I can hold 3 cards, so I'm holding 1, so I'll probably try to get more and more cards as we go. So I might go back here with my white that's coming up to get another red robot, but we'll see how that happens. All right, so now it's blue. So blue has a time token, but he still has 4 times, so he still doesn't want to use it. So I think he's going to program a robot. So I don't think he has a choice. He does want to go kill a lot of octopods, and this works out perfect for him. So he's going to come here and program a purple robot. Boom. Now we're going to go to yellow. Oh, sorry, moved the wrong token, my bad. Sorry about that, folks. Now it's yellow. Yellow has a black robot. So I don't think he wants to use it right away. He still doesn't know where he wants to end up. He doesn't know if he wants to pick up one of these 1 crystals, or maybe he'll go for those 2 if somebody kills all these octopods, which might happen because now blue can kill 3 octopods. So he might run here, kill 3, and then yellow might come here to pick up these crystals. So what he's going to do, he's going to delay a round by programming a robot. So that's what he's going to do. So he's going to go for either time or octopods. And I think he's definitely going to go for time because he's only got 1 time left. And he's going to program a yellow robot. There you go. That's going to be my turn. I got nothing programmed. So, and I got 2 time only, so I can't even do this special power. So I'm not in a great position right now, to be honest. I do need to move out of this sector eventually. That will definitely hurt if I stay in there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to program a white robot here. So these ones are kind of special. It's essentially you're programming a robot to then program another robot in the future, but you'll see how that works in a couple of seconds. So I'm going to get a white robot, and I'll just put it right over there. I might actually not even use him because I might need him, because if I cross 12 points at the end of the round, I might need him to, because I got no crystals, I might need him to deactivate to pass the red line, but we'll see that in a couple seconds. All right, so that was my turn. Next we're going to go to blue. So blue again has a yellow, has a octopod one, so yellow and blue, and I think he wants, like I said before, he wants to use up his time so he can pick up some time. So I think what he's going to do, he's going to move 1, 2, and be right over here. So that's going to cost him 2 time. So we'll take his 2 time and we'll dump it out here. All right, so that was there. Now he's going to put out his robot. So he's going to put out his blue robot. So that kicks me down into the loading zone here. He's going to take control. All right, and then he's going to activate this power. So he's able to kill 3 octopods because he has 3 octopod symbols on his lab. So he's going to kill all 3. You never really hold on to these. You just put them into the general supply. So he killed all 3. That'll be 6 points. So he's the first one on the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. It's pretty good for blue. Also, now you got to realize that since we're all at the top here, at any point now somebody can pass, and by passing you're just changing the turn order for the following turn. All right, just keep that in mind because your engineer sort of has to be at the top level here to pass. You can't just pass when he's down here. Okay, so now it's yellow's turn, and now yellow's happy because now he knows he can go get these 2 crystals because those octopods are done, and he doesn't mind ending his turn there, which would be pretty good because he wouldn't get any negative points. So he has a black and a time. He has a black and a time robot. I mean, he doesn't need to use his time robot now. You know what? He's only got 1 time, so he can't even reach there. So he has to use his time robot, right? Because to get this time and then go there at the end of the round. All right, so that's what he'll do. He's gonna use his time robot. All right, he's gonna place it here. It's gonna knock his own robot down. Now keep in mind, he has a max capacity of 4. All right, he already has 1 in his supply, so he's only gonna gain 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, this one's gonna stay on the board. All right, now it's back to me. So now I'm in a different situation. All right, now, what can I do? I have a couple of choices. All right, I can pass right now and not use my last robot, which is there, so that I can maybe use him to cross the red line if I get to 15 points. I probably won't. Actually, yeah, I probably won't. So, but I can also save him for the following round once I decide what I want to do, because I'm in no danger here because there's no octopods. So I'm not going to lose any points being in this sector. Like if I come here or here, I'm going to lose a point, but I'll so what are my choices? I mean, I could also use my power here, my white one, to activate a green robot, which would be pretty good because then I'll regain control of this sector here, and then I'll have 3 sectors. But then I know yellow's coming to kick me out right after, right? So it's sort of a, a stupid move at that point. I don't want to end my turn here because there's 2 octopods. All right, I've decided what I want to do. Sorry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to travel to this section so I can program a yellow robot to go then get this time here. So I'll have 4 fresh time that I can use, which would be pretty good. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So because I have 2 time left, I'm going to use it to cross these 2, one tunnel here. So I'm going to cross, I'm going to come here, I'm going to go into the white section here, and I'm going to use my white robot. So take my white robot here, and I'm going to kick his guy out. He's going to go into the loading area here. And that's going to allow me to program a yellow robot. So let's go to my little board here. I'm going to get another robot and put him in the yellow section here, which is great. All right, because I can hold 6. So if I gain 4 and I don't use it, I'm going to gain 2 at the end of the round, which is 6. I'm going to start the next round with 6 time, which is huge. All right, which is pretty darn good. Yeah, there you go. That was my turn. So I took control here. So blue's going to go. What did blue want to do? Blue has a time. See, blue has a time one as well, but they have 2 times, so I don't think they really want to use it. So I think they will pass to be first player next turn because they're okay staying there. They won't get any negative points. I mean, they don't have any crystals. They only have 2 times, so I think they're good. So what they're going to do is they're going to pass. They're going to go to the first spot, which is first player for next turn. Next is going to be yellow. We all know what yellow wants to do. He's going to cross here. He's going to cross here. Get into black, so he's going to pay 2 time to get there. He's going to pay 2 time. Next, he's going to use his black robot. He's going to kick out the blue here, and he's going to pick up these 2 crystals. Boom. All right, now back to me. I'm going to use my yellow robot. I'm going to kick out my own guy here. All right, so now this is full. The next one that goes there, because it's all based on player count here, the next one that goes here is going to trigger a sort of reset for this area, and I'll show you how that works probably next round. All right, this one's going to go there. Sorry, I have to move him first. Then I put the robot, and then I get the time. Did I really need the time? Maybe I should have kept the robot, because next turn, if I cross here, I'll get 5 tokens instead of 4. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I won't do this move just because I'm gonna be second next turn, because if I do it, I'm gonna be last. Alright, so instead of doing that, so let me take my robot back, because I still have control here, so there's no point in me pushing myself out. So I'm gonna give myself this yellow robot. Alright, sorry about that. Give myself, it's going to stay in the white section here. I'm giving myself my robot back. Yeah, I think I'll pass. So I'm going to move my token up here. All right, we're almost finished the round. Now yellow's going to go, and he's going to pass. There you go. Pretty easy. All right, done. All right, now we're going to do intermediate scoring. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at your player board here. All right, and each player is just going to resolve this. So first you're going to get time according to your submarines. So I'm going to get 2 time because I have 2 submarines uncovered. So I'm going to get 2 time. I'll do it for the other players in a little bit. Next, if you have any cards with this symbol, you get to activate them. I don't have any. Next, you're going to see who has control, who has the most control spaces. So you're going to look at only the center. All right, I have 3. Yellow has 3. And blue has 0. So what's going to happen is, because there's a tie, each of the tied players are going to get 3 points each. So 1, 2, 3. So both yellow and red are going to get 3 points each. Next, you're going to score points equal to how many, remember what I mentioned before, robots you've uncovered. So I'm going to get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me score that for everyone. Blue's gonna get 3. 1, 2, 3. And yellow's gonna get 4 as well. Looks like me and yellow are tied a lot of the way here. And lastly, for each of your crystals, you're gonna score points. And if you're in an area with octopods, you're gonna lose points. All right. So I don't have any crystals, so I'm not gonna score any points. Oh wait, I am in an area with an octopod now, so I'm actually gonna lose a point. All right. If I stayed up there, I would have been fine. So the other 2 players are gonna be fine there. What I gotta add is yellow has 2 crystals, so they're gonna get 3 points. All right, and blue doesn't have any crystals, so we're pretty much done. I'm gonna give them their time markers. Well, let me do it now. Blue's gonna get 1, and yellow's gonna get 2. Blue does have the ability to use a time marker. He's gonna do it to activate a red robot. He's gonna do that. Boom. And there you go. I'm gonna do a short reset. You know what, I'll show you how that's done just for the first round. After that I won't show you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna refill the board. So this is sort of a reset phase. You're gonna put this card there. You're gonna fill up all the cards. You put the cards on top of previous cards. All right, you're gonna do the exact same thing for the tiles. Right. Next, you're gonna reset the turn order track here. So blue's gonna go first, red's gonna go second. All right, these guys are gonna reset to the bottom. So nobody really crossed red line. I'll show you that next turn when you cross over. And now we're gonna reset this board. So we're gonna toss this back into the game box. And you're gonna reset the tokens here. I'm gonna do that, and I'll come back for the start next round. All right, start of the second of 4 rounds. One thing I did forget to show you was at the end when you're resetting, you also have to repopulate the board according to what's on the outline here. And then you basically get to pick this up and toss it in the garbage. Also, I did forget to do one thing is for each submarine that was built in the previous round, sorry about that, you were supposed to score 2 points each. So both red and yellow were supposed to score 2 points. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry about that, you're supposed to score what's in the middle. All right, so now we're back to normality. So it's gonna be blue's turn. So blue has a yellow robot and a red robot. So I think they're gonna try to use their red robot right away. So they're looking at the various powers on the board, and they really love that power there. It's really one of the best ones in the game, where you can use a time to swap to the other side of the board, which is really versatile power. All right, you can pretty much just jump across and do what you want. Other options they have is to get this card here. Every time they kill an octopod, they'll get 3 points. They're already having a strategy of octopods. You know what, that actually makes a lot of sense. But they can hold 3 cards, and then what they can do is they can program a white robot and then get this power to get a red card and then get this card anyway. So they can get a bunch of different cards. They'll probably get 2 cards this turn, and I think he's gonna start off by getting that one. So let's use he's gonna go in the red section. He's gonna use his robot. This one's gonna come down. Then he's gonna activate the power, which is getting the card. All right, so that was blue's turn. Now we're gonna go to yellow. Yellow has nothing programmed, and I think he's just gonna go get a programmed robot. So I think he's gonna go on the red track here. So he's gonna go on the red. He's gonna program a red robot. All right. Oh, sorry. My bad. I'm second player. I forgot that we're not going in turn order anymore. So you know what? That's gonna be his turn. Let me just do my turn, and then I'll go to blue right after. So what do I want to do? So remember, I'm here, and I really love this power. This power is unbelievable. But I have an issue. There's no way for me to sort of get a red. I could actually activate to get the red robot, get the card, and then go get my time afterwards. So you know what? Or I can pay 2 to get my 5 time, but then I'm gonna have to pay 2 to recross over here to get this card. Although the same exact power is there, but then I'm gonna be activating the same location twice. Maybe it's better if I activate here and then there. So let me do that. I'm gonna activate here. I'm gonna go get a red robot as well. So I'm gonna come here. There you go. All right, this power is pretty neat. I'll show you after. You get to basically cross this 2-cost tunnel for free. All right. That was my turn. Then it's supposed to be yellow, but we already did his action, and then we're gonna go back to blue. So blue has a yellow robot. He can only hold 4. He's already at 2. He doesn't really want to use his yellow robot, so he's gonna again go up the track. And you know what? He's the king of killing octopods. So you know what? He's gonna definitely go here to program a purple robot. Oops. That won't be from my board. That'll be from his board. All right. So now it's back to me. So remember the order. After blue is me. So now I'm gonna do what I originally wanted to do. I'm gonna move him to the red section of the same area, so I don't have to pay time. All right, then I'm gonna move my robot from the red section here to right over here. It's gonna go here. So now this is full, and I'm gonna pick up this card. So now, whenever I cross this area here, it's free. So basically, this is free, and this is free. So I'm gonna be jumping back and forth here, and like almost half the ship, I can just jump back over here and just basically for free to not waste time, which is pretty crazy combo actually. So I'm gonna put this up here. So my next action has to be going to the green maybe to get my 2 time. Maybe that'll be good. Although I'm gonna go get the 5 time. So I'm gonna get 7. It's a bit wasteful. We'll see what I want to do. All right, so that was that because I want to cross there to get my 2 time. Then I'll be at 4. Anyway, I'll see what I want to do. Next is gonna be yellow. So after me, it's yellow. Yellow has a red robot programmed. Looking at the board. What does yellow want to do? Yellow, yellow, yellow. I mean, he can come here and get the exact same power that I just got, which is pretty good. There's no other red power that sort of goes with what he wants to do. There's this power as well, the same one that blue just got to jump across the thing. So let me decide what he wants to do. I'll be right back. Alright, so I think what yellow's going to do is try to get the scoring engine thing going. So he's going to get some red cards that allow him to score points. Alright, so I think what he's going to do is he's going to come over here in the red section and he's going to use his red robot. Alright, sorry, right here. Alright, and he's going to get the card. There you go. So now every time he activates a green section here, he's going to score 4 points. And he wants to do that because he wants to use up one of his crystals for next turn. I'll show you how that's done. But more importantly, before we move on to the next player's turn, when this blue one moved down, it actually filled up completely the loading area. So what's going to happen is everyone's going to remove all but one of their robots from that section. So if blue will just get their guy back. Essentially, when you're playing 3 players or 2 players, you're gonna have one of each player's color in there. So every time one gets knocked down, that one's just gonna get returned to the player because of this neutral robot that's taking a spot. So let's give this back to blue. Basically just goes on to his unprogrammed section of his board. All right, so that was yellow's move. So now let's go to blue. They're next in line. So blue has a purple, so they want to kill some octopods. All right, so where is blue? So ideally they want to come here to kill these octopods. That would be pretty good. That'll score them another 6 points, but they don't have any crystals. So they're gonna have to sort of deprogram a robot to cross this red line if they score 6 points. So is there any way for them to get a crystal before? I don't think there is. I don't see a way. They only have 2 time and there's really no way. for them to cross that line. Unfortunately, yeah, it's kind of sucks, to be honest. Unless they go here to get the 3 time, and then they'll be flexible to maybe go get some crystals and then kill the octopods. I mean, well, no, because it'll cost them 3 time to activate a crystal robot. Yeah, so what they're gonna do, yeah, so let them just go for it. All right, they're just gonna go for it. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna move their guy over here to kill the octopods. They're gonna come here. That's gonna cost them 1 time. Let's toss this in the trash. All right, they're gonna kill the octopods, and there I think they're gonna go for a strategy. Although I remember they wanted this card, so they score an extra 3 points every time. Well, maybe I'm playing horribly. I'm probably not playing their character correctly, but anyway, they're gonna score 6 points. So they're gonna score 6. 1, 2, 3. Now, to cross this line, they need a crystal or deactivate a robot. So what they're gonna do is deactivate a robot, so they'll pass it. So 1, 2, 3. So there you go. And just as a note, you can never fall below the red line. So because they're past it, even if they were to lose 300 points, they'll just stop right there. Right, so forgot to move their robot. They're gonna move the robot here. This is gonna move down. And they're going to deactivate one of the robots. Kind of inefficient, maybe not their best move, but that's what I decided to do. Alright, so now it's going to be my turn, and I sort of already decided what I wanted to do before, go get that time. Although it is wasteful, I still do have 2 time that I can use. So if I actually go get green now, I'll probably be in a better position, because then I'll have 4 time, I'll sort of use my 4 time, and then maybe get the 5 time after. So that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna move up here, get a green, but that's gonna give me 2 time, remember, because of my red card. And I got a green and a yellow. So now it's gonna be yellow's turn. And I think yellow also needs but yellow's at max capacity, so they don't really want to go to the green right now. They sort of want to waste some time. But they have no robots assigned. Oh man. So what they're gonna do is they're actually gonna play the smart. They're going to actually, it won't matter because it's points for them. All right, never mind. So they're gonna go here. They're gonna score 4 points. Oh no, but they don't have crystals. They do have crystals. They're gonna come here. They're gonna score 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna get rid of a crystal, so to pass the red line, and they're gonna program a green robot. Boom. Because remember their card, every time they go on green, they'll score 4 points. All right, so I'm sort of lagging behind, which is not great. All right, next is gonna be blue. What does blue want to do? So blue's over here. Blue has no robots programmed. They're gonna program something, and do they want to go for? Problem is blue has no time, so they're gonna be sort of stuck in this situation over here unless they get a. Oh man, I didn't think that straight. I did not think that correctly. I may have just messed them up for the rest of the game here. Sorry about that. See, if they do this or this, they're gonna activate in the same sector because they can't move. They got no time. That sucks. So what should I do? Should I go get that extension? No, they don't want the extension because they already have one with the C on it, which is there. So I think they're gonna go get a white robot instead. Which will allow them to get a octopod one later, so that's pretty good. So they're gonna come over here, so they're gonna get a white robot. All right, there you go. Now it's back to me, so now I get to cross this for free. So I'm gonna do actually wait, before I do that, remember I wanted to waste my time, so I have a green, so I might as well use it for green things in the sector. Though I wouldn't mind getting one with crystals. That'll be pretty good. So then if I had crystals and I get these crystals later, then I can pick up all these 3 crystals at the same time, which is what I definitely think I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend 1 time to cross here to go here. I'm going to use my green robot. It's gonna cost 1 time. Let's get rid of this. Kicking myself out here, putting this down here, and I'm gonna grab this one here. It's gonna be added to my lab. Oh, let me put it there so it aligns with the crystal one here. So now I got an A and an E. And remember, because I got the one with the E, I get to put a robot on the E. So I didn't even look at that. Where's E? E is up here. So this is gonna get shoved down and pretty much returned to the player. All right, that was my turn. Back to yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Oops, again, I moved my robot instead of my guy. Sorry about that. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow's up there. Yellow has 4 time. They can grab 3 time, but they'll be over the limit. They do have a green. They have B and C already, so maybe they'll go get the A. There's a C there. There's a D. They can get the D. And then because this gives them 2 time, maybe they'll race here for the time here. Oh, but then I'm gonna definitely dive into there so that he doesn't get it before me. But you know what? He doesn't know that, so maybe that's what he'll do. Yeah, so he's gonna put pressure on me. He's gonna come over here, and he's gonna come here. So that's gonna cost him 2 time. Actually, it's kind of expensive. All right, and he's gonna use his green robot. Just pushes his own guy down again. Yeah. There you go. He's gonna get the D, so he gets to put another robot on the D. So where's D? D's over here. So you get this. All right. You're gonna want to sort of get all the letters and finish your lab by the end of the game because it's a lot of points. All right. So that was yellow's turn. So now back to blue. And blue, I already knew that I sort of messed up his game by doing that stupid move here. He's kind of in a weird position right now. I think he's gonna activate his guy. Let's see. He is past the red line, so he doesn't need a crystal. Maybe he'll go get the submarine one so he can build a submarine here next turn. That's probably a good idea. Although that'll cost time. He doesn't have a lot of time. That sucks. He does need eventually a yellow robot, but the yellow one's down here. Or he can go across to activate this spot to get his yellow. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. He can use 1 time next turn to come here, activate here to get his yellow robot, and that'll probably give him a better idea of what he wants to do. So, I think what he's going to do is he's going to go on the submarine space to activate a blue robot. And we'll see what he wants to do next turn. Maybe he'll pass. Alright, after that it's red. I don't know why I said red. Sorry about that. The problem right now is I do have a yellow robot that I want to use, but if I go get 5 tokens, I mean, if I lose this, I'm only going to pick up 4. The advantage of me coming here though is I get control here and I push down his token down, and I get most of those time tokens. What are my other options? I could go get a time token again, which I don't need, or a black, which I actually need because I actually want to come here to pick up these 3 crystals now that I can pick up 3. So you know what? That's what I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to come here, activate a black robot. Boom. Just like that. And I'm doing pretty well on the robots here. I'm not getting kicked out. That was my turn. Pretty simple. Then it's going to be yellow's turn. And what did yellow want to do? Yellow has 2 time left. Their guy is here, and you know what, they can go on the yellow space here to just pick up those 5 time tokens to get ready for next turn, which would be pretty good. Alternatively, they can go get the crystal one. They can do like me and get crystals, and you know what, that's what he'll do. He'll go get some crystals to score extra points at the end of the round. So he's gonna say screw the time. He has 2 time already. He'll get an extra 2 next turn. He'll be at 4, so I think he's fine. So he's gonna go there to program a black robot. All right, then he's gonna back to blue. So blue has a choice now. Does he pass or does he use his blue or white program robot? I mean, he can't use the blue. He doesn't have time. Although he has 1 time. Oh, but it costs 2 time. If he had 1 more time, he would have definitely put his submarine in there. So he's gonna, you know what, he's gonna pass. He's gonna keep both of his robots. I don't think there's a point of him. Well, if he gains control here, he's still not in control of anything else. So he's not gonna win the control game. I don't think that's what his focus is. And losing the extra robot is kind of pointless. So he's gonna pass. He's gonna come here. He's gonna be the first to pass. Next is gonna be red. I sort of already knew what I was gonna do. I think I'm definitely gonna go get those 3 crystals. That'll be a pretty good move on my part. So I'm gonna need 1 time to cross this tunnel here. All right, it's gonna cost 1 time. I'm gonna use my black robot. Put it over here. This one's gonna cause the overload. I'm gonna return a red and a blue back. All right. Just to show you where it goes, it's gonna go on the highest spot there on my track. Blue's doing pretty bad on their track, to be honest. And then I get to activate the space, and I get to take 3 crystals, which is fantastic because my capacity is 3. And you know what? Because my cloth here in the back is almost black, you won't be able to see it. I'll just put my crystals right on top of my my lab area here. All right, that was my turn. So I'm here. I don't mind staying here at the end of the round because it's only a -1 point, which is pretty good. So next is going to be yellow, and yellow might pass. They have a crystal 1-2, although they don't mind actually getting 2 crystals because that's like an extra 6 points at the end of the round. So you know what? Yeah, they're definitely going to get crystals. So they can hold 2 more crystals. So they have 1 crystal, but they have the crystal sign there. So they're going to go here to pick up 2 more crystals. So they're going to come here. They're going to pay 1 time to cross. All right, and they're going to put their black robot here. It's going to push everything down. All right, and then they're going to pick up the 2 crystals. Boom, just like that. All right, so then it's going to be blue, but he already passed, and it's back to red. So now I got a choice. Do I want to go get time? Do I need to get time? I could go get this 5 time and regain control. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that just so I can gain control to the extra 6 points at the end of the round, because I'll gain control of 4, which is huge. So remember, this is free for me, and then this is free for me. And I'm just going to go here to get the time. So I'm going to go free, come here. Then I'm going to use my yellow robot here. There you go. I'm going to put it over here. It's going to get pushed into the loading area, which kind of sucks for yellow. If this gets filled up, he's going to get returned 2 more robots, and then I'm going to get 4 out of these 5. Right, I'm going to leave 1 behind because I'm at my max capacity. 1, 2. I like to keep my time over here because this is end game scoring stuff, but you don't really need to know it until the end of the game. All right, so I'm at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm at 6 times. So I might want to use some time before the end of the round, or else I'm going to waste it. Yeah, so there's my turn. Yellow's going to go. They're going to pass. They have no option. They're going to come up here. Then it's going to be blue pass, then back to me, and probably my last action for the turn. So what I probably want to do is use this ability here to waste some of my time, because if not, I'm going to gain 2 time, but I'm at my max capacity, I'm going to lose it. So I'm going to use 3 of these. All right, you're supposed to put it up here to signify that you used it for the round, but to be honest, it's going to be my last action for the round, so I don't really care. So I can use these 3 to program any robot that I want. So I'm going to take this last one here, and I can program any robot that I want. And you know, I really want to fill up my lab, but I also want to put out my submarines, which is good because it'll allow me to score more points as I put out robots here. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm already at this point here, so I'm going to need to put out a submarine soon to score the 8 points instead of the 6. So, oops. Plus, I don't really know what the orientation of this is going to be, so I'm kind of guessing. This is for the green one anyway, so if I want to fill up my lab, I could program a white robot as well. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna make this a blue robot. All right, and there you go. Then pass, and then I'm gonna finally pass. And there you go. We're at the end of the round. So let's do intermediate scoring. So again, just look at this chart. I'm gonna get 2 time. Let me just do that for the other players. Yellow's gonna get 2. Blue's gonna get 1. All right. Next, you're gonna sorry, you're gonna get red cards. Blue's not gonna use their power because they don't want to waste the time. All right, then we're gonna score control. So I'm gonna score because I got 4. All right, to yellow's 2, so I'm gonna score 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna cross the red line and give up a crystal. So one of my 3 crystals. Boom, just like that. Next, we're gonna score where our guy is on the track. So I'm not gonna score 8 because my submarine's there. I'm gonna actually score 6 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other players are gonna score 6 and 4 for blue only. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and blue's 1, 2, 3, 4. So blue's in a bit of trouble, I think. Next, how many crystals you have left? So I'm gonna score 3 because I got 2. 1, 2, 3. And yellow's actually gonna score a bunch. So he's got 3 crystals, so they're gonna score 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then give up 1 because they crossed the red line. And blue's gonna score 0. Yeah, blue's in a bit of trouble here. And now you're gonna lose points if there's octopods in your area. Oh, I didn't even realize I'm gonna actually lose 3 points because there's 2 octopods there. That sucks. 1, 2, 3. I should have paid attention. Everyone else, yellow's here, nothing, and blue's there, nothing. So there you go. So I took a bit of a ding there for no reason. Okay, now I'm going to do the reset that I normally did before. Fill up all the cards, fill up the stuff here, reset this board, and I'll be back for the start of round 3. Alright, here we go. Start of round 3 of 4, so we're halfway done. So, blue's first player. Alright, he's ready to go. So I think what he's going to do, because he has 2 robots already built, he's going to actually go to the blue section here. Push yellow down, so they're going to get their robot back. And they're going to use 2 time to build a submarine, so now they can score more points. So that's pretty good for them. Next is going to be yellow. So remember, we got to follow the track here. So what does yellow want to do? I didn't even look. He has nothing programmed and only 3 times. So I think he's going to program a robot. Where's this guy? His guy is here. Yeah, so he's gonna get the time, I guess, time robot to get more time. Although he has 3 time. But if he uses it, he might want to get the 5 time here. So yeah, let him get the time robot. The yellow one. There you go, done. Now it's my turn. So I only have a blue. I have a blue. I can actually put out my blue one, or I do want the time as well, because it's going to cost a lot of time to put out submarines at a certain point. Like especially here, it's going to be 3, 4. Maybe I will go get the yellow one too. So you know what? That's what I'll do too. I'm going to go here, get my yellow robot. So I'm going to take this one. So I got a lot of robots out there. Boom, just like that. So I got to put out 2 submarines to put out to try to get these points here. There you go. So now I'm back to blue. And blue, pretty simple. It's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to come here. Activate a blue robot. So there you go. Now we get to some fun things. So actually, maybe not. So blue only has a. Yellow only has a. Yellow only has a yellow robot. Blah. Slurring my words here. They do want to get this for the 4 points, but the problem is the only way to get here is to get black robot, and he doesn't need a black robot. Damn. So if he uses, because he's already at 2 crystals, so he needs to sort of figure out a way to lose crystals, so that when he activates his robot, he'll get crystals, which is not an ideal situation. Although what he can do is, because he has 3 time, he can actually program a robot for 3 time, and then next turn he'll be here and he can steal that time. But he's in a weird situation now where he knows blue's gonna probably steal that time, because blue's there and he's gonna have a yellow robot before he can do his thing. So yellow's not in a great position right now. I think what he's going to do, he's going to forego the 4 points here probably, and maybe he'll go up the white. Actually, maybe he'll get a green one later when... Oh no, he doesn't, because the 4 points is only when you land there. Alright, he's going to go this way, and we'll see what he does later. So he's going to go get a red robot. He's probably going to go get a card or something, whatever. Alright, then it's going to be red. So what do I want to do? So I need to use up my stuff. So I got time. I'm full of time, so I'm definitely not going to use that robot. I'm going to definitely use this robot, so I got to build a submarine somewhere. Looking at the board, the best place for me to build a robot would be where it's the cheapest. The cheapest place right now is here. That's only 1 time, but it'll cost me 2 time to get there. But it's still the cheapest place. Okay, so it'll cost me 1 time to put it there. I could also put it here. It'll cost me 2 time. So this move to move there and place it there will cost 3 time, and just to build it in here would cost 2 time. I can't build it there or there because, as you can see, my submarine's already there, and you can't build in the same region more than once. Oh, I could build it here as well, which would be 2 time. So building it here or here would cost 2 time either way. But you know what? I think I'm going to build it here because I don't want to end my turn in this sector because there are 3 octopods. Even in this sector, 3 octopods. It's going to get kind of expensive. So let me build it here so I can move out of this sector later on. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'm going to use my robot here. This moves down. I'm going to build, sorry, I'll move there. Use 2 time. Use my 2 time. And I'll build my submarine. So I'll take my lowest level submarine here. Place it on the board. So now at the end of the round, I'm going to score 3 times. Alright, because there's 3 times down here. And I can score 8 points if these robots are still uncovered. Yeah, maybe I'll go get another of these extensions with more time because I generate so much time. Maybe it's a good idea. Alright, so that was my turn. So now it loops back to blue. So blue's got 2 robots, a white one and a time one, and we know definitely he's going to go for the time one. So he's going to put his robot over here, which will oddly enough kick back his own guy back to him. And he's going to get 4 time, which is actually really good for him because he was out of time. Okay, so that was blue. They didn't move, so that's going to be yellow. So yellow is red or a yellow or red robot. They're here. Do they want that card? No. Do they want this card? No. They can go get that card. That card is just great at giving you a ton of time because this gives you straight up 2 time plus you activate a yellow robot, which gets you more time. So that's pretty good. They could go get this card here. Although they're on the other side of the board. Whatever they decide to do is going to cost them a ton of time if they want to come on this side of the board. Not ideal. They need to get a card, and unfortunately none of these cards are fantastic. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna go get this card over here, just because it's probably the best card out there. This allows you to pay half the cost putting out your submarines. So there you go. So that's what he's gonna do. So he's gonna move here. It's gonna cost 1 time, 0 time. So he's gonna come here, cost him 1 time. Use his red robot. He's gonna come here. He's gonna get this card. There you go. So that was yellow's turn. Now it's red's turn. Red, do I need to waste my time, guy? No, I'm still at 3 times, so I'm definitely not going to do that. So I'm going to probably program a robot. So I'm looking down here, and do I go red or do I go black? I still got plenty of crystals, so I don't know if I want to program a black robot. Oh, sorry, again, because I built a submarine, sorry, it's an easy rule to miss. Every time you build a submarine, you score points equal to what's in the center. Keep forgetting. So I'm going to score 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm right before the red line. See, what do I want to do? I think because I can hold another red card, even though none of the red cards on the board really excite me right now, I might just get one of the ones that give you time and program a robot because it'll let me be more efficient. So I'm just going to go down there. And I'll program a red robot. Did anyone else? Oh, sorry. Remember, blue also built a submarine this turn, so they would have scored 4 points as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm all caught up now. I don't think I forgot anyone else. All right, so that was my turn. Now it's gonna be blue. Blue has a white robot and nothing else, so they can get a crystal one or a. I think they will get a crystal one because they don't have any crystals, so they're trying to sort of get some crystals. So they're gonna come up here. Plus, they can't really. Well, they can hold one more card, but they'd rather get crystals, so they'll program a black robot. All right, then it's gonna be yellow. What does yellow want to do? So yellow has a yellow robot. And yellow is down here. Yellow could hold 6, so they can pick up 4 time if they liked. If they really want, they can, but this could cost them 3 time to cross here to get here. Not great for yellow, to be honest here. I don't really know what to do with yellow, so let me check and I'll be right back. Alright, I sort of know what yellow wants to do. They're going to sort of come this way and try to gain control of these 2 spots, kick me out here, because they're going to get time and they're going to get a white worker in here, so I'll show you how that works. So they're going to start off by just getting a white robot. So they're going to program a white robot. Alright, back to me. What did I want to do? So I'm in the blue section here. Oh yeah, I got a red robot last turn with time. Again, I don't really need the time right now unless I program a robot. But I can't program a robot because remember the rule, you can't have more than 2. So I'm definitely going to have to use my red robot here at this point. And should I just get this red card and then spend my... I mean, not great options as you can see. I could also spend my... Oh no, but I already have a yellow robot. I could also get this card here, which allows me to teleport. So not only could I move for free in this section, but I can also teleport, which is actually not bad. You know what? Let me do that. Sure. Plus I'll get control. Yeah, let me do that. So I'm gonna come free. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna get this by getting a red robot over here. This pushes down. Now I'm gonna have that special ability. So now I'm super maneuverable, right? I'm gonna have a lot of time in the last round to use as programming robots, I think. Yeah, so I can move for free in these 3 sections here. Plus I can teleport after, so I can go jump back and forth and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So I can pretty much get to any spot on the board for just 1 time, because here's free, and then from any of these I can just jump across. Alright, so I can be here, jump across there, be here, jump across there, and so on and so on. Okay, and there you go, that was my turn. Sorry for taking so long. Now it's gonna be blue. Blue is up there, so they have a white and a crystal, so they really want to use up their they want to get crystals, right? Because they're close to crossing the red line. So they can only hold 2 though, so they're gonna definitely come over here. So they're gonna pay 1 time to come here. Let's get rid of this. They're gonna use their black robot here. It's gonna kick my guy back to my board. Boo! And they're gonna get these 2 crystals. Boom. Alright, so that was blue. Now it's gonna be yellow. Now with yellow, I was gonna show you what he's gonna do. He's gonna come this way. So yellow has a yellow robot and a white robot left. So they're gonna sort of stay a bunch of turns in this area here. So they're gonna spend 2 time to actually come here to get these 3 time. So they're gonna come here. They're gonna spend 2 time. But they're gonna pick up 3 time. So I forgot to use the. Whoops. Forgot to use the robot. Just gonna go back here. Whoops, where was this one? This one was here. There you go. So that was yellow's turn. Now back to red. So now I can actually do a bunch of things, but I don't know what to do. So I can get a white submarine. My problem with submarine right now is the only place I can, I can actually build it here for 2 only, which actually, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. That's probably a good move. Yeah, because I can get there for free, build it there, regain control of this area. Alternatively, I do want to build my lab. So to do that, I need some green power, and I can go get a green power right over here by doing the white power. And then I can go get one of these extensions. And maybe I can go get this extension, which gives me another card and more crystals. Because remember, there's only 1 round after this, so you're sort of, it flies faster than you think it's gonna do. I do want time though. I'm gonna run out of time. So you know what? Let me do the submarine thing. Sure, because just because I sort of need to remove the submarine to score these points here, that's the only reason I'm doing the submarine. So I'm gonna program a blue submarine. There you go. Next is going to be next is gonna be blue. What does blue want to do? Blue's over there. Blue's over here. I think blue's gonna add to their green, so they're gonna come here and program a green robot. Boom, pretty simple. Next gonna be yellow, and yellow is going to program a yellow robot here. So this is actually gonna get returned, this is gonna get returned. And they're gonna program a yellow robot. All right, then it's back to red. So I'm definitely gonna kick him out so I can regain control here. So I'm gonna cross here for free, go into the submarine section here, and build my submarine. So I'm gonna use this guy here. It's gonna kick him out here. Then I'm gonna build my submarine for 2 times. Just like that. And because I built the submarine, remember I scored 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have to give up a crystal for crossing the line, which is fine because I had 2 in my supply. Okay, and I'm pretty much done there, so that's good. So now it's gonna be blue's turn. What does blue want to do? Blue has a white and a green one, so they definitely want to gain control of something. They have 3 time. They do have the ability to teleport. You know what? This is a good one for them. This one will give them a bunch of advantages, and I'll show you how. It's going to be good for endgame scoring, and he's going to have a much more control at the end of the round. So he's going to do that. So he's going to teleport, use his ability here to teleport here for 1 time. Boom, just like that 1 time. Now he's going to use his green robot. Push this here. Now he's going to grab this, and now he gets to remember, because this is A and B, he's going to get to put his unprogrammed robots on A and B. He's going to take 2 of his robots here. So we'll find B is here. So this is going to get pushed down. He's going to gain control. And basically all these 3 guys get returned. That was B, and now where's A? A is over here, so it's going to push me down. I'm going to push blue here. And he's going to get to keep this. Alright, so that was a pretty good move by blue. So now they got control of 5. They pretty much control the whole board. Alright, so now it's going to be yellow's turn. So what does yellow want to do? Yellow has a... What yellow's going to do... yeah, they're going to cross here so that they can get this. And then maybe program a robot to go get the crystals. Maybe. We'll see. So they're going to cross here. So that'll cost them 1 time. They're going to use up their yellow yellow robot. They're going to grab all of this time. So they're going to be great for the following round. Oh, sorry, all but 1 because they had already 2 in their supply. And there you go. That's what they're going to do. Now we're going to go to me. So I got a time one as well, but it's kind of pointless because I'm only gonna gain 2 time no matter what I do. And next turn, if I use it here, there's gonna be 5. Alright, so I definitely want to use it here in the following turn. So I think I'm gonna pass. Because if I had 3 time, I was definitely gonna program another robot, but I don't, so I'll just pass. So here you go. I'll be first player for the last turn. Boom. Alright. Next is gonna be blue. So they have a white robot left. And honestly, they don't they already control everything, so unless they want to get a yellow robot here to move here, although, oh wait, they definitely don't want to stay here at the end of the round because it's going to be buko, a lot of negative points. Oh boy. Yeah, actually, good point here. So they don't want to stay here. This will be -6 points. So you know what, they're definitely going to use up their their thing. So I think what they're gonna do is oh boy, they can go here. So their options are they can get a card because they can go here and teleport. They can go here to get a, I don't even know what this is. This is the submarine one? That's a submarine one, sorry about that. So they can go on the submarine one. They can go on the, because they gotta get a white. Or they can get a time one. The time one kind of sucks because then they're gonna be stuck here where the stupid thing is. But then they can teleport. So yeah, let them go get a time one. It's probably, yeah, plus they'll gain control of this. So they're gonna come here, go here, so they're gonna spend 2 time to go through here. And they're gonna use their robot here, which basically kicks both of these guys back. Damn, that just lost me a ton of points because a ton of my guys got returned. And although they're still gonna lose points, but you know what? They'll gain control, they'll get the 6 points, so they're okay with it. And they're gonna get a yellow robot. Boom. Alright, that's them. It's be yellow's turn. I think yellow's gonna pass. Actually no, they have a ton of time. They have to program a robot or else they're gonna lose the advantage of having some time. So they're gonna spend 3 time to program something. And I think they're gonna program a green robot. Just so that in the last round they have even a chance of finishing their lab. I don't think they care about submarines at this point, so they're gonna program a green submarine. A green robot, sorry. Alright, then back to blue. They're gonna pass. Back to yellow, they're gonna pass. And there's the end of the round. So again, let's score. Quick. We'll get time markers. So I'm actually gonna get 4 time markers. Alright, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry about that. Next, I don't have any of these cards. Next, control is gonna be blue. Definitely blue. They have 5. So they're gonna score 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have the crystal, so they're okay with that. Actually, let me give them their time. So they're gonna get 2 time each. They only have 2 submarines each. All right. Actually, yellow is going. Blue. No, blue's not gonna use his power. That's okay. Next is the where your guy is. Unfortunately, I only scored 7 because they returned me back 3 guys this round. So I'm gonna score 7 points, which is huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is pretty good. The other players, let me look quick. So 6 and 6, they're both going to score 6 points each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Next, for your crystals, you'll score. I'll score just 1 point. Blue's going to score 1 point. Yellow's going to score 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Wow, we're all right at the edge. All right, so now we're gonna lose points. So yellow's gonna lose 1, and both me and blue are gonna lose 3 points each. 1, 2, 3, which kind of sucks. We were like right there. Okay, I'm gonna fill up the board like before and come back for the last round. All right, start of the last round. I'm first player. So what I'm gonna do to start, I'm gonna do something really weird. I'm gonna use up my 3 time to activate a green robot. So I'm gonna dump this and activate it. Sorry, I already moved them up, so I'll activate a green robot. So that's my first turn. All right, pretty simple. Next we're gonna go to blue. And I think blue sort of has a plan, and he needs a green robot as well. So what he's gonna do, he's actually going to doesn't have a good choice, but you know what, he's gonna go do the kill octopods thing first. He's gonna do that. All right, next is gonna be yellow. And what do they want to do? They have a green one. I think what they're gonna do is because they're both racing for that one, because that one is huge for both of them, because they both don't have E and F in their tableau, and that's like a 10 point tile almost for both of them. So I think he's gonna race for it. I don't think he has a choice, because if blue gets to it first, he's definitely gonna take it, right? So I think he's gonna go for it. It's a must for this round. So he's here. It's gonna cost him 2 time to get there, or 1. Yeah, he's got no choice. He's got to pay 2 time to get there. He's gonna go there. He's gonna use it right away just so he can get that tile. So he's gonna go there. He's gonna use his yellow. He's gonna use his green robot. This is gonna go down. Return back to the blue player. He's gonna take this tile. So he's doing fantastic with his lab. He might win. He's gonna finish his lab pretty much. But more importantly, it's E and F on this thing. So he's gonna take 2 of his robots. He's gonna find E and F. F is here, so this is gonna get kicked out. I'm gonna put it here. So we're gonna return a yellow one back. So he put one out to get one back. That's fine. And then F, E is right here. So this is gonna come here. It's gonna get pushed down, and blue's gonna get one returned. All right, that was yellow's turn. Back to red. So I activated a green one, and I have a time one. I mean, I could go get the time one so I can fill up my time again, which is not bad of an idea to regain control here and get that time before anyone else does. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, because that's pretty much the only depot of time left. Well, there's that one there, but I think I'm gonna go get this time. So I'm gonna definitely cross this for 0, cross this for 0, go to the time here, use up my time robot, which I've had, I think, since the beginning of the game. Put it here. It's gonna go down. And pick up my 4 time, I believe. Alternatively, I could have gone the E. Oh no, I already have a letter E. Never mind. If this was any other freaking letter, like I could have got that B, but then somebody might have stolen that time. So you know what? Never mind. I would definitely want her to race for that time. Okay, there you go. That was my turn. I paid my. Well, it was free. Put my robot, did the action, done. Now it's gonna be blue. Blue really wanted that tile. Kind of got screwed over. So now they have a time token and a octopod token. They don't like their options now. They have A, B, and C. So now they're looking at different letters. They can go get the F here. They can also go get the E there, the B. They already have B. They can get the E here, or they can go get the B over here. This is going to cost them all their time to cross over here, but then they can spend a turn getting the time here because they have a yellow robot activated. So sure, let them do that. So they're gonna go, actually they'll use their yellow robot first. So they're gonna come here just in case. They're gonna come in here. They're gonna spend 2, but then they're gonna pick up 3. And obviously I forgot to put out the robot, and basically yellow will get theirs returned. Alright, yellow's turn. So they got that, so now they're happy. Did I ever pay for them crossing the 2? I don't think I did. So I'll pay their 2 for crossing from there to there. I'll double check the video just to make sure, but here we go. So now, what do they want to do? So now they have no robots programmed. They really want to get to this green here, so they don't really care. I think they're going to go for... they can only hold 1 more crystal, so maybe they'll go... I mean, it's 1 more crystal, or... you know what? They're gonna go for crystals. They're gonna activate a black robot. All right, then it's gonna be me. So now I got a green one that I want to spend to get a thing here. Then I need a way to sort of get 2 more green. I'll get 1 more green here, and maybe I can get to this. I sort of maybe have a plan. I think what I'm gonna do. So this is gonna be a bit weird. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here and go to this green one here. So that's gonna cost me 0 time. Come here, kick him out. This gets returned to blue. Use my green robot here. Go to here, pick up this tile. And we'll play it right here. There you go. So now it's gonna be blue's turn. So what does blue want to do? Blue want to do. So blue did what he really wanted to do. So he got that really... Actually, no, he didn't get that tile. So what does blue want to do? So blue's character is right over here. I'll lay him down. They have 3 time. They want to kill octopods. I mean, they can start killing these octopods and score a ton of points. Sure, why not? I don't think they're gonna... Maybe they'll get this. Oh no, they already have a B. They can go get this. But that'll cost them 2 time and then 2 time. They won't have enough time because it's the same sort of area. Or they can come here, kill the octopods, and then kill them again. Or they can kill the octopods here, figure out a way to kill the ones over here. Because it's free to jump back and forth here. But they do want to sort of do other things around the base as well. Why stay in this section? You know what? They're going to program a robot. It's probably better for them. So I think what they're going to do is go to the green one here. Because they won't have time to put out a submarine. It's kind of pointless. So they'll program a green one. Alright, next we're going to go to yellow. Yellow has a crystal one, but they're not going to use it right away. So they're going to move their guy and they're going to go activate a green one. Alright, now back to me. I got no robots. I got nothing. I got to activate one of these 2. I think I'm going to go get crystals as well. Although, I mean, I can kill... How many octopods can I kill? I can only kill 2. That's going to be 3 points. Yeah, let me definitely get the crystal one. So I'm going to get a black robot here. Up there. So it's going quick. Blue's going to go. So blue has to use up their green or their purple one. So they have ABC. They can go get E here, but it's kind of pointless. They can go get E on the other side there for cards, which is not bad. They can also cross here for 0 and then come here for this card here, which is pretty bad, to be honest. So they're just going to kill octopods. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to spend their purple one right here. That's going to kick my guy back. And they get to kill 3 octopods, so they're going to kill 3. So, sorry, they're going to go here. And that's going to give them 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to get rid of a crystal. There you go. So they're up ahead. Alright, next is going to be yellow. Yellow has a black and a green one, so they're going to use their green one for sure. So where's their guy? This guy is there. They're missing letters. They have B, C, D, E, and F. They just miss A, and with A they're going to have all of them. But the problem is there's no A's on the board. They got screwed. Well, that's unfortunate. So they sort of need to delay around, but the problem is they can't delay around because they have 2 robots programmed, so they need to use one. So do they go in a region just to use their crystal one, just to pick up 1 crystal? I think they don't have a choice. They sort of need to delay for some of these tiles to flip over. Oh man, that sucks. Oh man. Although they could use their black one to gain 2 time and then reprogram something else. Yeah, that's what they'll do. Because the 1 crystal, they don't think getting 1 extra crystal, it's 3 points though. And it's control. They don't like these they don't like these choices. So what they're gonna do, because they might go get this time, so they'll get a bunch of time, so they're actually gonna get this one here. So they're gonna use their green one here, which actually returns their guy back. Kind of sucks. They're gonna get this. Ah, they needed an A to show up. Oh. Alright, so there you go, that's that. That was yellow's move. Now it's back to me. So what do I have? I have a crystal one, but I think I'm gonna move my guy. I'm definitely gonna go up here to program a green one. Oop. Alright, that's pretty simple. Then we'll go to blue. And what does blue want to do? Blue. I think what blue wants to do is, let's see, they have A, B, C. They need D, E, F. So there's an E here and an F here. There's also an E here and an F here, so they can go from there to there, sort of get both bonuses at the same time. But the problem is they only have one last, unless they get time, they're not gonna have enough time to do multiple of these jumps. They're gonna get kind of screwed, to be honest. I think what they're gonna do is kill some octopods, get another of those tokens, try to do the best they can. So what they're gonna do is they're going to let's see, they can also get a red card, but none of these red cards are actually great for them. Alright, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna kill they're gonna get the E token. They're gonna come here, it's gonna cost 0. They're gonna take this is gonna kill this. I'm gonna put this here, and they're gonna take this, put it on there. I mean, 6 points for them, so that's pretty good. Alright, that was blue. Let's not waste any more time. Now it's yellow. Or yellow is a black. But I think what yellow is gonna do is get a time guy here, so they can go get the time here and get another worker after. Good time. Also, wait. I did forget to give yellow their 4 points when they went on the green spot because of their red card, remember. So let's do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they need to use a crystal. So maybe they would have gone and get a crystal. You know what? They wanted to get that one anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maybe they'll go here to get their crystals. Now it's back to red. I'm running out of time. I'm definitely running out of time. So I think what I'm going to do is I can get another green. So I have A, B, E, B, F. I can get the F here. Just kill an octopod. But I'm not going to be able to kill octopods. There's a D here that I need. There's also a C. I don't need this. I do need the C. I need everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just for control's sake, I'm going to cross here just to go here and get this one here for my green guy here. Control here, and this is going to go here. Alright, that's pretty simple. Now we're going to go to blue. Alright, what did blue want to do? Blue is here. They have 3 time left. They have no robots programmed. They don't have a choice. They're kind of screwed over. So cards are not going to help them. They're running out of, none of these cards are going to help them. So what they're going to do is they're going to come here just to program a time one, and maybe they're going to get their spend 3 to get 1 guy right after. So they're going to do this to get a yellow guy. All right, next yellow was going to go. We already know what he wanted to do. He wanted to come here, so he's going to pay 1 time to get all of these tokens. That's good for him. All right, now back to me. Now what I wanted to do, very important I think, is get a red robot. So I'm going to get a red robot right over here. Okay, now it's going to be blue. Blue has just a time robot left. But they can spend 3 to get 1. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to spend 3 to get any robot that they want. They got to keep this on their board. And I think they're going to get a green robot. try to get the most points possible from their lab. All right, there you go. There's blue. Then it's gonna be yellow's turn. Yellow's gonna do the exact. Oh, but yellow has to use up one of their. Oh, actually, wait. Sorry, forgot to do this action before. Sorry about that. So again, yellow's gonna do the exact same thing. Spend 3 to get a green robot on their board. All right, that's them. Next is me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend 1 time. I'm gonna have so much extra time at the end. I didn't play this correctly. It would have been probably better for me. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna spend 1 time to teleport. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this red here to get this power. So I'm gonna use my red robot here. So this gets kicked out. Back to yellow. And this is pretty powerful. That's what's gonna allow me to get the white robot that I need later. So I'm gonna keep this. It's a 1-time a game benefit that I'll show you how to use later. Now it's blue. So blue is a time and a green. So which color? They have A, B, E, C. So they're missing D and F. So blue's here. They're missing D, but they already have control, and they're missing F, which they need right here. Is there any other D and F? No, 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 no. So pretty simple for them. I think they're just gonna teleport onto the other side for 1 time. You can spend. Actually, they can. So what they have to do actually is activate this first to get the time, and then teleport next turn to get the F. So they're gonna do that. They're gonna get the time, so they get 2 time back. Because at the minimum you always get 2. This is gonna go there. It's gonna reset these 2 guys back. All right. So now we already know what their last move is gonna be. It's gonna be teleporting at that, so that's fine. Now we're gonna go to yellow, who needs to finish their lab. So they're just missing A. Is there any A on the board? Unfortunately, still no A. So I think they might delay a round to get crystals. And they can take 2 more crystals. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna spend 1 time to go here to get 2 crystals. So they're gonna spend 1 time. They're gonna get 2 crystals by putting their robot here. I'm gonna take these 2 crystals. They're hoping that an A gets flipped over somewhere so they can get it. Alright, then back to me. Probably my last action here, or one of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my card to teleport. So the way we play this in this game is we pick any action in the same line. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick this action here to program a white robot. So I'm going to take this, program a white robot. So that's my turn. Blue's pretty simple. They're going to teleport for 1 time and come here to get that one. So they're going to spend 1 time. They're going to get this one for their green robot. It's going to get shut down here. We're going to return a red one and a yellow one. So they got all the colors. They're going to score 21 points in the game. That's gigantic. Did an A get flipped over? No. So green got sort of screwed. Now they're just going to take any of them just to gain control, but they could have, you know, scored so much more. So now it is their turn. They got no choice. They got nothing better to do. They're just going to take a random one. They're going to go for control, and obviously might as well. Where can they go for the most control? So let's see. Red has 2. Blue has 3. But blue's going to pass, and red still has more actions to do, so they'd rather take it away from red. So what they're going to do is they're going to come actually here to this section, waste 1 time. Use their last robot, kick my guy out. It's gonna kick both of these guys out. All right, and take this to finish the lab. They were just missing 1 A, and there's the A right there. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it, but he finished his lab. That's an extra 5 points to the game. All right, so they're pretty much done. They're gonna pass in their next 2 turns, but then I get to go. So I got a program and I get a crystal. What I'm going to definitely do is program another green one so I can go get my last green piece. So the green program is here. So I'm there. So I'm going to pay 1 time to come here. So that cost me 1 time. That's going to allow me to put this guy here to then program a green robot. All right. Now the other 2 players are going to go. They're going to pretty much pass. Where's the blue guy anyway? He's here. He's going to lose 3 points. Oh, that's fine. Then yellow's going to go. He's only going to lose 1 point, so that's fine. And now back to me. So I got 2 actions to do. I want to do them in the correct order because I want to end in an area where there's no octopods, right? So I want to end either here or here. So there's no... I already have a B tile. So let me see what tiles I'm missing. I have A, B, E, and F. So I'm missing C and D. Are there any C and D on the board? There's a C and a D here. I already gained this one. I already have this one. Oh, that sucks. But I'm going to have to take one of the 2. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to use my green robot. This is going to get kicked in here. It's going to kick these 2 guys back out. Alright, I'm going to get this, which is good. Put it here. So they already passed. It comes back to me. And I have my last action, which is a black action. So I could hold 2 more crystals. Unfortunately, nowhere on the board I can get 2 crystals. So what I'm probably going to do is just teleport just to get the 1 crystal there. So I'm going to use my 1 time token. Teleport across to here. I'm going to take my, well, I'm going to use my robot. Here. It's going to go down here. Then I'm going to do my action. And I think that is it for the game. Let's go to the last intermediate scoring. Alright, so last intermediate scoring, you still have to do it. So you're going to get time markers. I'm going to get 4. I don't know if it really matters at the end of the game. Well, let's just do it anyway. Alright. Then activate these cards. I don't have any and nobody else is going to activate theirs, so that's fine. Then control. So I'm actually ahead of everyone else. So I have 3. Blue has 1, yellow has 2. So I'm going to score 6 points. So I got to give up a crystal. There you go. Next, score where your guy is. So I'm going to score 8 points. All right. The other players, are going to score 6 and 6 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing. Okay. Next, score your leftover crystals. I'm going to score 1 whole point. Both, actually, yellow's going to have 3 crystals, so they score 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of 1. Okay, then you lose points, so both red and yellow are going to lose a point, and blue is going to lose 3 points. Okay, and there you go. So that's the last intermediate scoring. Let's go to endgame scoring. Okay, so endgame scoring, pretty simple. You're going to look down here and you're each going to do this. So first you're going to look at all the letters of your thing. So I'm missing 1, so I'm going to score 15 points. And for the endgame scoring, very important, you don't have to pay to cross red lines. Okay, so 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did cross the 0 here. Yellow is also going to score 15. He's missing the A, remember? Right? And blue has all of them, so they're going to score 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, look at that, he passed me. So now we're all there. All right, next you're going to score 1 point for every time token you have left over. Oh, so there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, my capacity is 6, so I would score 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me check the other players. Yellow would score 3, and blue would score 3 as well. All right. Now, If you had all your submarines out, you score 5. Nobody did that, not even close. And now if you have your completed thing, you're going to score 5 points each. And yellow's going to end up beating me by 1 point because we're both going to have completed 1, 2, 5. So one of those rounds where I was in those 2 octopod regions, well, twice that happened, made me lose the game because I lost by 1 point. Blue was didn't make it because they didn't have one more of their sub lab extension, so they would have been like around here. So there you go, that's how you score. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, all that jazz. See you in the next one. Later.